And it looks like our first University of Colorado skier. This is Frederick Nilsson. Our next skier, bib number 15, Alaska Pacific University Nordic Ski Center, Garrett Butts. APU with some dominant performances leading up to the start of the Beijing Games. Several of their athletes skiing really well in Beijing. Our next skier coming up now, University of Alaska at Anchorage, Magnus Norre. Back to Montana State University. This is Reed Godfrey. Twin brother to Ty Godfrey, already out on course. Good luck, Reed. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier Mike Oppoff stepping up to the start wand. 30-second interval starts. 2 laps on a challenging 5-kilometer loop. Beautiful day, a beautiful course. Heading southeast towards the Howelsen Hill Ice Arena, taking a lap around the rodeo grounds, headed back towards Howelsen Hill Lodge. Climbing up the low road and headed out onto the Bluffs Loop. Our next skier, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club alumni, a graduate of Steamboat Springs High School, representing the University of Colorado. This is Wyatt Gebhardt. Multiple-time participant at the World Junior Championships. Great to see you out here, Wyatt. Out, out, out. Our next skier, Montana State University, Kai Myers. Following Kai Myers, stepping up to the start wand now, University of Alaska at Anchorage athlete, this is Espen Persson. University of Colorado skier out on course next, bib number 22, Oyvind Haugen. Race start was 10:10, it's now 10:21. Challenging 5-kilometer loop, I'm guessing about 2 to 3 minutes. We may see some of our first skiers coming through the lap area. Our next skier from the University of Denver, doing very well so far in the classic races this year, Andreas Kirkin. University of Utah skier up next, bib number 24. This is Bjorn Riksåsen. University of Colorado skier stepping up to the start one, Magnus Bo. I was in Aspen a couple years ago watching some collegiate races taking place in Aspen. Point-to-point race starting over in the Snowmass area, finishing right near Aspen Highlands. Long-distance classic race. Magnus double-pulled the entire thing on his skate skis. Headed out on course now, University of Alaska at Anchorage athlete. This is Sigurd Roning. Our next skier stepping up to the start one, University of Denver athlete Bernie Flashberger. And if I remember correctly, several years ago, when Steamboat hosted Continental Cup in Nordic Combined, Bernie Flashberger competing in Nordic Combined. Very quick on the ski side of things. Let's go, Bernie. Our next skier, University of Colorado, Ryan Jackson. Welcome home, JC. Our next skier at the start one, University of Alaska at Anchorage, JC Schoonmaker. Traveling the world, strong performances this year, ranked 21st overall on the World Cup in the sprint classifications. Strong performances in classic racing as well, distance races. Nice job, JC, up. Our next skier also returning from the 2022 Beijing Games, University of Utah skier, this is Luke Yeager. '25th in the sprint races in Beijing, two-time world junior champion, gold medal 2019, 2020. Next skier up, University of Alaska at Fairbanks athlete. This is Patricio Marbacher. And our first lap skier coming through. Griff Willows, bib number 1. Nice job, Griff. Up. University of Wyoming athlete, Kai Taylor. We'll start to see more athletes coming through on their closing out lap number 1, headed out on lap number 2. There's Trey Jones. And University of Denver skier, bib number 2. Next athlete in the start wand area, Andrew Siegel, University of Wyoming. Jonah Steinberg, Trey Jones skiing together, headed out on lap number 2. And stepping up to the start wand, this is a U16 athlete, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Ben Barbier. Bib number 4, Ty Godfrey, Montana State University, headed through the lap area. Ben Barbier headed out on course now. Our next athlete at the start, Juan, U18 skier from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. This is Thomas Cooper. Let's go, Thomas. These athletes staying busy on a year-round basis. Thomas Cooper riding very, very well this past fall. Strong finish at the Colorado State Mountain Bike Championships. Bib number 5, University of Denver athlete coming through the lap area. That's Elijah Wienig. Bib number 36, stepping up to the start, Juan. That's a U16 athlete from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Henry McGill. Moving through our final 10 athletes at the start area, as well as athletes coming through at the end of lap number 1, headed out on lap number 2. Summit Nordic Ski Club athlete Alexander Bertineau. Bib number 37 headed out on course. University of Alaska at Fairbanks athlete coming through, Montana State University skier, bib number 7. Eli Hermanson giving chase to Lucas Platillo, University of Alaska at Fairbanks. Up next, University of Wyoming skier Jamie Peacock, bib number 38. Trey Jones, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club skier, bib number 3, came through the lap area just a little bit ago. So hard to tell how the individual start races are going. He did catch his 32nd man, I can tell you that though. Sumner Cotton, bib number 8, rolling through the lap area. And bib number 40, stepping up to the start one. Sean Kramer, University of Wyoming. His teammate Spencer Kanan headed out just moments ago, bib number 39, University of Wyoming. Our final 5 athletes. Bib number 11, Christopher Kalev, University of Alaska at Fairbanks, rolling through the lap area. Bib number 41, born and raised in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, representing the University of Denver, Jimmy Colfer. Bib number 22, University of Denver skier, rolling through the lap area. And Nick Sweeney, also from the University of Denver. If I recall correctly, Nick spent a season here post-grad after graduating from Aspen Valley, Aspen High School. University of Denver, Nick Sweeney, skier headed out on course. Our final 2 skiers in the start area, University of Wyoming athlete Trevor Willoughby. University of Alaska at Anchorage, skier bib number 13, rolling through the lap area, Peter Hines. And our final skier stepping up to the start one, Summit Nordic Ski Club. He's an under 20 skier, Sam Thibault. Bib number 15, I recognize that APU kit. That's Garrett Butts coming through the lap area. Bib number 14, Frederick Nilsson, University of Colorado athlete. Bib number 17, Reed Godfrey, Montana State University skier coming through the lap area. University of Alaska at Anchorage skier coming through. That's looking like Magnus Norre. Up, 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 Magnus, well done. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier. Bib number 18, Mike Oppoff. And I can hear the live action happening on the slalom hill. Sounds like the infamous Peter Lemongello doing the announcing today for the Alpine races. Bib number 20, Kai Myers, Montana State University skier, looking strong. Good job, Kai. This looks like the University of Colorado kit coming through. Wyatt Gebhardt. All right, Wyatt, up, up, up. Nice job. University of Alaska at Anchorage skier rolling through the lap area. Bib number 21, Espen Persson. University of Denver skier rolling through. Bib number 23, Andreas Kirkin.
You're fine.
Looking like a University of Colorado skier rolling through now. Oyvind Haugen, representing the Mighty Buffs. Bib number 24, University of Utah skier Bjorn Riksasen. Up, 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 Bjorn. University of Colorado skier rolling through. Bib number 25, Magnus Boo. Magnus picking up a few seconds on his 32nd man. Tremendous conditions today, very consistent snow. Glad to have the fresh snow that we've had over the last several days. Nordic Trails in fabulous condition. Just a reminder, everybody, on Sundays, free ski Sunday skiing happening at historic Howelsen Hill. Think back to when you were a kid. If you didn't grow up in a ski town, most of us didn't. You'd give anything to have a free ski day anywhere. Bib number 27, Bernie Flashberger, ripping through the lap lane. University of Alaska at Anchorage skier rolling through now as well. Sigurd Roning, bib number 26. So Bernie Flashberger picking up 30 seconds and then some on his 32nd man. Another UAA skier rolling down the lane now. Bib number 28. No, not 28. Bib number 29, J.C. Schoonmaker. Hopefully well rested, not suffering from jet lag, returning from the Beijing Games. University of Colorado athlete, bib number 28, rolling through. That's Ryan Jackson. University of Utah skier rolling through the lap area now. Bib number 30, Luke Yeager, also returning from the Beijing Games. And a big shout out to the Grand Marshal from this year's Winter Carnival, Bob Dapper. How you doing, Dap? Give me a high five. See, you've got your University of Denver alumni scarf on. Bob Dapper, a recent graduate from the University of Denver. Such a fun vibe and a great venue to host these Nordic races. Steamboat Springs and the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club hosting numerous events in the winter and on a year-round basis. Our first finisher, Griff Willows, bib number 1, starting out in front of all of the collegiate athletes and staying out in front. Griff's still in high school. He's an under-18 athlete looking ahead to this year's U.S. Junior Championships. Well done, Griff. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier coming through the lap area now. Bib number 31, Patricio Marbacher. Winter Sports Club athlete coming through the lap area as well. Bib number 34. Ben Barbier, University of Wyoming athlete. And another finisher rolling through now. Bib number 2, University of Denver athlete Jonah Steinberg. Nice job, Jonah. Saw Jonah yesterday. Spent a year with the Bridger Ski Foundation. This is looking like Trey Jones, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete. Staying fairly close to his 32nd man. Well done, Trey. And another University of Denver athlete coming down to the finish area. Bib number 5, Elijah Wienig. Another skier coming through the lap area. Winter Sports Club kit. Henry McGill. Good job, Henry. Good cheering and encouragement from Dad Wally out there. Nice job. Bib number 35. Thomas Cooper. Up, up, up. Come on, Thomas. Well done, well done. Montana State University skier just finishing now. Ty Godfrey, I'm guessing that is. Nice job, Ty. Beautiful day, but cold temperatures still. Certainly nice to have the sun warming us up a little bit, but you see the athletes, many of them wearing their buffs underneath their hats or headbands and down around their neck and chin. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier coming through the finishing area now. Nice job. Do believe that's Christopher Kalev. University of Denver skier coming up now. Ole Marius Kirkin. Nice job, Ole. Spent a lot of time the last couple days working outside. Find myself doing that double pull motion with my hands, but I have no ski poles in my hands. Just trying to keep my fingertips warm. Shaking my hands out. And it's a sprint to the finish for these two skiers, University of Alaska at Fairbanks, and it looks like one of the Bobcats from Montana State University. Summit Nordic Ski Club skier rolling through the lap area. Bib number 37. Alexander Bertineau. University of Denver skier rolling through the lap lane. Bib number 41. Jimmy Colfer, up, up, up. Let's go, Jimmy. Well done. Sumner Cotton, Bridger Ski Foundation rolling through the finish line. Nice job, Sumner. University of Wyoming skier, bib number 38. Jamie Peacock, University of Denver skier. Nick Sweeney, bib number 42. Bib number 14, just crossing the finish line there. Frederick Nielsen, University of Colorado. I recognize the APU kit. That's got to be Garrett Butts. Bib number 10 rolling through, Montana State University, Joel Power. Well done, Joel. Bib number 13, Peter Hines, University of Alaska at Anchorage, just crossing. We'll get you updates on unofficial timing as soon as we can. Bib number 43 rolling through the lap area. Get some nice footage on Buff TV. Got some good camera positions, getting some athletes headed out on the climb behind us. Climbing up the low road, headed out onto the bluff slope. Athletes coming into the finishing area as well. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier. University of Wyoming skier coming through the lap lane. Bib number 40. Sean Kramer. Nice job, Sean. Up, up, up. Couple of finishers rolling through. University of Denver, Montana State University. Bib number 20, Kai Myers, Montana State University, just finishing. Well done, Kai. University of Alaska at Anchorage. Skier coming up to the finish line now. Magnus Norroy, UAA. Well done, Magnus. Looking ahead, we're looking for Reed Godfrey, Montana State, Mike Oppoff, UAF, Wyatt Gebhardt, University of Colorado. Here's bib number 21, Espen Persson. Well done. 4 skiers having the opportunity to work together a little bit. You never know. Magnus Boo, University of Colorado. We've got bib number 24, Bjorn Riksåsen, University of Denver. Couldn't get eyes on the other bib numbers. Nice job, you guys. Wyatt Gebhardt. Well done, Wyatt. Nice job. Looking like a strong time for Magnus Boo from the University of Colorado, bib number 25, if he was in that finishing group there.
Yeah, I don't know. I could have been wrong. Because you might have been very close to him at that time, too.
Looking ahead, the course will reopen for athlete inspection at 11 o'clock. 9 minutes away for course reopening for the ladies. It's a 5-kilometer, 1-lap individual start classic race for the ladies. In the University of Colorado Spencer James Nelson Memorial, Rocky Mountain Intercollegiate Ski Association Western Championships. Bib number 27, Bernie Flashberger, University of Denver Pioneer skier, ripping across the finish line. Well done, Bernie. I'd love to catch up with Bernie, see if he's on the jump hill at all, just for fun, or even keeping the Nordic combined training alive at all. Looking like a University of Utah skier and a University of Alaska at Anchorage skier. Bib number 30, Luke Yeager. Well done, Luke. Hopefully not feeling the effects of jet lag too much, returning from the Beijing Games. Nice job, Luke. Well done. Congratulations. My guess is that was J.C. Schoonmaker finishing with Luke. Both athletes coming out of the great state of Alaska. One of the Steamboat athletes, alumni, Finn O'Connell, heads up to Alaska when the season concludes, and I know he and some of the APU and the other Alaska skiers go out on a 100-mile skate ski journey. Bib number 26, University of Alaska and Anchorage athlete Sigurd Roning. I think Sigurd is involved in that adventure as well. I think Gus Schumacher, skier from I'm not sure if he's APU or Alaska Winter Stars, not competing collegiately, but one of the Alaska skiers. They all put down some big miles in the springtime out on some really endless trails. Kincaid Park and throughout that greater Anchorage area. Still looking for Ryan Jackson, University of Colorado, I do believe, bib number 28. Trying to catch everyone for you, folks, and we'll get you updates on timing as soon as we can. And a reminder again, at 11 a.m., the course reopens for inspection for the ladies. One of our kids was the University of Colorado. Got another skier coming around the loop at the far end of the stadium here, coming down the finishing stretch. Bib number 34, Ben Barbier. Ben's an under 16 athlete. If I'm reading this right, now there's two under 16 athletes, Ben Barbier and Henry McGill. What an experience for those skiers to be rubbing shoulders with the collegiate athletes. Nice job, Ben. Again, our junior athletes looking ahead to the U.S. Junior Championships. I'm not sure where they are this year. I've been out of that junior loop for a little bit, trying to follow along, keeping tabs on all of the skiers coming out of Steamboat as well as around the state. I think of all the University of Utah skiers that are not here. Think about that. And the athletes representing the Utes that are here and skiing well, and athletes that are not here. Sam Hendry, World Junior Championships. Noel Keefe, World Junior Championships. Walker Hall, Brian Bushy, also at the World Junior Championships. University of Colorado athlete, Will Koch. I think he's a sophomore, and he's the son of the great Bill Koch. Silver medalist in the 1976 Olympics. I think we have our facts accurate there. Another athlete coming through now. Henry McGill, nice job, Henry. Henry's our other U16 skier, bib number 36, Henry McGill, nice job. Sydney Palmer Ledger, also University of Utah, World Junior Championship. She's had a top 10. That should meet the objective criteria for her to maintain her U.S. ski team status. Right now, there's a great wave of youth skiers on both the men's and ladies' side of the U.S. ski team. Jesse Diggins and Rosie Brennan, now the veterans, and in their 30s with strong performances in Beijing. And a great group of young athletes coming up underneath them. Sophia Laukley, Novi McCabe, Sydney Palmer Ledger, J.C. Schoonmaker, Luke Yeager, Johnny Hagenboo, Ben Ogden. Bib number 35 just crossing the finish line now. Thomas Cooper, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club skier. Well done, Thomas. Scott Patterson and Kevin Bolger, the veterans. Most senior members of the U.S. ski team. Scott Patterson, tremendous results coming out of the Beijing Games. Had an 8th place in the shortened men's 50-kilometer race, and he had an 11th place in the skiathlon. Scott Patterson represents currently Alaska Pacific University. Kevin Bolger, University of Utah alumni, scoring World Cup points, numerous sprint competitions throughout the World Cup season. University of Denver kit coming down the finishing lane now. Jimmy Colfer, I do believe, bib number 41. I can hear the cheers from his teammates. Jimmy Colfer, Steamboat Springs High School alumni and graduate. And bib number 42, Nick Sweeney, also from the University of Denver. Well done, Nick. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club with numerous alumni skiing collegiately. Not only in cross country, alpine as well. Chase and Trey Seymour, University of Denver, University of Colorado. Younger brother to Jet Seymour. NCAA slalom champion just a few years ago when the NCAA Championships were hosted by the University of Vermont. I was there for that. What a great day to watch Jet Seymour win the NCAA slalom title. Bib number 37 coming across now. That's Summit Nordic Ski Club athlete Alexander Bertineau. Well done. It's after 11, ladies. The course is open for inspection. And although we did have a 10-minute delay for the start of the men's race, ladies' race will start as scheduled. 12 o'clock sharp for the start of the ladies' race. Looking like a University of Wyoming skier. Nice to have the Pokes back in skiing action. University of Wyoming won the 1985 NCAA Skiing Championships and subsequently dropped their skiing program the following year. Such a bummer as we lose schools from NCAA skiing. Be so great if we could get a couple schools to come back into the NCAA mix. University of New Mexico, one of our more recent losses. University of Nevada at Reno. Now at least 10 years absent. There was a time you could talk about being a four-way skier at the collegiate level. That was before skate skiing existed. The four-way skier competed in ski jumping, cross-country skiing, which at the time was only classic, downhill and slalom. Plenty of skiing history coming out. Plenty of skiing history coming out of the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. One of the greatest alumni out there, Loris Werner, Bugs Werner, still skiing every day on Mount Werner, representing the United States in the Winter Olympic Games for alpine skiing, and he was also an alternate on the ski jumping squad. Think about that. So fun to watch. Esther Ledeshka from the Czech Republic. What a rare athlete she is. Winning gold again this time around in the women's parallel giant slalom snowboard races, and 4 years ago she won that event as well as winning the women's Super G, surprising herself. That was fun to watch. We'll try and get awards, try and get updates for you on finishing times. The course is now open for the ladies, and the ladies start at noon sharp. We'll come back to music for everyone. Hope you're staying warm and enjoying the day. Grab your chips before you step up to the start wand. And we'll be closing the course for inspection any moment now. Just a couple of moments away here. Looking at our start list. First few skiers headed out on course. Ilana Green from the Summit Nordic Ski Club. Kiri May from the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Tinsley Wilkinson. She's a U18 athlete with the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club. Ray Berrigan, University of Alaska at Fairbanks. Bettina Burgess, University of Denver. Keely Lemkuhl, University of Colorado. Gracie Shanley, University of Denver. Sadie Cotton. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club alumni and Steamboat Springs High School alumni Sadie Cotton. Got some hometown horsepower in the ladies' races today. Sarah Olson, University of Alaska at Fairbanks. And Heidi Andre, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete. She's a U18 skier. Those are your top 10 starters in today's race. And we're under 2 minutes. And our first skier is stepping up to the start wand. Bib number 51, representing the Summit Nordic Ski Club, Ilana Green. And we are underway in the women's 5-kilometer individual start classic race. Ilana Green from the Summit Nordic Ski Club headed out on course. 34 ladies competing in this morning's race, or this afternoon's race, as it is now noon. Our next skier up, representing the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club, Kiri May, bib number 52. Kiri May out on course. Kiri's an under 16 athlete. Our club athletes looking forward to this year's National Junior Championships coming up. Our next skier stepping up to the start wand, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club skier Tinsley Wilkinson. Our first collegiate skier stepping up to the start wand now, University of Alaska at Fairbanks, skier Ray Berrigan.
I graduated last May.
Oh, okay. So
I've been living in Denver.
Strong start for Ray Berrigan, headed out on course. Up next, from the University of Denver, Bettina Burgess. And our first skier for the University of Colorado, Keely Lemkuhl. University of Denver skier stepping up to the gate now. This is Gracie Shanley. And a Winter Sports Club alumni skiing now for the University of Denver. This is Sadie Cotton. All right, Sadie, up, up, up. Our next skier, bib number 59, skiing for the University of Alaska at Fairbanks, Sarah Olson. And we have another junior skier in the start lane now. Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete Heidi Andre. Our next skier, University of Alaska at Fairbanks, Ayla Berrigan, stepping up to the start wand. Another club skier in the U18 division, Ski and Snowboard Club Vail, Adele Horning. Our next junior athlete, U18 Women's Division, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club skier, Ruby May. And our first skier for the University of Wyoming, Annie Miller. Annie Miller headed out on course. Our next skier from the University of Denver, Hannah Ray. Hannah Ray headed out on course. And our first Bobcat for Montana State University, Bib number 66, Sophia Mazzoni. Strong start for Sophia Mazzoni, headed out on course. And our next skier, University of Utah, Carry-On Dengarud. Montana State University skier, bib number 68, Adriana Profit. And another Bobcat representing Montana State University, bib number 69, Aubrey LeClaire. I believe Aubrey's in her junior year at Montana State. And our next skier, University of Alaska at Anchorage, Carly Coyne. Carly Coyne headed out on course. Another Bobcat for the University of Montana. Montana State University, Isabel Henry. Our next skier, University of Alaska at Anchorage, Tuva Granoen.
Let's go, Adriana! Yeah. Right? Yeah. Let's go, Adriana! Come on, Adriana!
Moving into the second half of the start order here. Our next skier of Montana State University, Emma Albrecht. Several ladies in the 5K Classic race today, also returning from the 2022 Winter Games in Beijing. Those athletes still coming up next. Some more hometown horsepower. University of Denver skier Sydney Barbier. Up next, University of Utah athlete and a member of the U.S. ski team, Sophia Laukley. Top 15 just last week at the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in the women's 30K mass start race. Well done, Sophie. Great result there. Sophia Laukley headed out on course. And also representing the University of Utah, finishing 18th in the women's 30K at the Beijing Winter Games. This is Novi McCabe. Reminder for all of our junior athletes, the course is closed during the race. Course is closed for junior athletes. Our next skier stepping up to the start one, University of Alaska at Anchorage, Astrid Stav.
Come on, Emma. Let's go, Emma.
Coming into our final 7 athletes, University of Utah skier, bib number 78. This is Julia Richter. University of Colorado skier up next, Hannah Abramson, bib number 79. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier Kendall Kramer. Kendall Kramer tripping the start wand now. Our next skier also returning from the Beijing Winter Olympics, representing her home country of Estonia, Marielle Poulis, skiing here for the University of Alaska at Fairbanks. Marielle competed in 3 events in the Beijing cross-country games. University of Colorado skier Anna Maria Dietz, bib number 82, just about to trip the start wand. Our second to the last skier for the University of Denver, this is Vera Norley. And our final skier stepping up to the start wand, bib number 84, no stranger to the tracks of Howelsen Hill. Formerly from the Summit Nordic Ski Club, now skiing for the University of Utah. This is Ezra Smith. Nice to see Billy Kidd, a University of Colorado skiing alumni, hanging out, cheering on the current generation of CU athletes. Shouldn't be too long before we have some of the first ladies coming through. We'll try and give you updates on what we're seeing. First skiers coming into the finishing chute now. Looks like bib number 52, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete Kiri May. Great live coverage, folks, at Buffs TV. Let your family and friends know that aren't in town. They can watch their favorite athletes skiing in this weekend's Rocky Mountain Intercollegiate Ski Association Regional Championships. We have our first University of Denver skier coming up. Thinking that might be Bettina Burgess. We'll try and let you know for sure. Bib number 55, Bettina Burgess. And bib number 54, Ray Berrigan, University of Alaska at Fairbanks. Bib number 53, Tinsley Wilkinson, Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club athlete. Well done. Bib number 56, University of Colorado skier Kili Limkuel. Bib number 51, Ilana Green, Summit Nordic Ski Club. Well done, Ilana. Looking like another University of Denver skier. Looking like this might be Sadie Cotton. Well done, Sadie. Some hometown horsepower. Now skiing for the University of Denver. And another University of Denver skier. This may be Gracie Shanley. Bib number 57, University of Denver skier Gracie Shanley. Nice job, Gracie. Leaving it all out on the course. making quick work of the 5-kilometer individual start race. But not easy work, that's for sure. Call it a distance race at 5K. Might as well be a sprint. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier. This could be Sarah Olson. And bib number 62. Ski and Snowboard Club Vail athlete Adele Horning. Nice job, Adele. Another University of Denver skier rolling through now. Looks like Hannah Ray. Nice job, Hannah. Ouch. Looks like it hurts. University of Alaska at Fairbanks skier. Ayla Berrigan, bib number 61, finishing. Nice job, Ayla. And one of the Bobcats, bib number 66, Sophia Mazzoni. University of Utah skier coming up now, bib number 67, Karian Dengarud. Well done, Kari. Winter Sports Club skier coming through now. Bib number 63. It looks like this is Ruby May. Nice job, Ruby. University of Wyoming skier coming through. It also looks like one of the other Bobcats coming up. Try and get bib numbers for you. Looks like Adriana Profit, Montana State University. And my guess is Annie Miller from the University of Wyoming. University of Alaska at Anchorage, I do believe. Bib number 70, Carly Coyne from UAA. Well done, Carly. Montana State University Bobcats coming through. Aubrey Leclerc. Nice job, Aubrey. Bib number 71, representing the Bobcats, Isabel Hendry. Great racing, ladies. Well done. University of Utah skier crossing the finish line now. Bib number 75, Sophia Laukley. Great race, Sophia. I would anticipate Sophie's towards the top of the leaderboard. Another University of Utah skier coming through now. This could be Novi McCabe. And it is Novi McCabe. Teammates at the University of Utah, teammates on the U.S. team, and most recently, teammates, 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. Well done, ladies. University of Denver skier, bib number 74. Sydney Barbier, a Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club alumni. Hometown gal, University of Alaska at Anchorage. And Montana State University, bib number 73, Emma Albrecht. And we have another UAA skier coming down the finishing stretch now. That was looking like bib 77, Astrid Stav. University of Utah skier, bib number 78 maybe, Julia Richter. Well done. Juniors will be able to get out on course in about 5 minutes or so. Course will reopen for our junior athletes. University of Colorado skier, bib number 79. Hannah Abramson crossing the finish line. Well done, Hannah. University of Alaska at Fairbanks, with number 80, Kendall Kramer. And another UAF skier. This is probably Marielle Poulis. With number 81, Marielle Poulis. Trying to get live timing on myraceresults.com. Not coming up yet, so stand by for results, everyone. Juniors, course, will reopen shortly. And we're just about at the conclusion of the women's individual start 5-kilometer classic race. And another day of racing on tap for us tomorrow. Reversing our start orders. Going out with the women first in the 15-kilometer mass start skate race, followed at noon by the 20-kilometer mass start skate race for the men. University of Denver skier giving chase to University of Colorado skier. My guess is Ezra Smith. Bib number 82 it is. And bib number 83, Vera Norley. So Ezra Smith picking up her 32nd woman in front of her. Well done, Ezra. Vera Norley from the University of Denver. Ezra Smith, University of Utah. And the University of Colorado skier, 82, excuse me, that was Anna Maria Dietz. Sorry about that. Bib 82, University of Colorado Buffaloes, Anna Maria Dietz. If I recall correctly, Ezra was a buff, transferred to University of Utah. And bib number 84, Ezra Smith, crossing the finish line now. Well done, Ezra. Likely all of our finishers are in. And the course is now open for the juniors to warm up and inspect the course. Course open now for the juniors. Great job, ladies. Thanks for all the spectators coming out and cheering on your favorite athletes. And a great job by all of our volunteers, course workers, Kevin Sankey, the Steamboat Springs Winter Sports Club staff, and a great partnership in conjunction with the City of Steamboat Springs and the Steamboat Ski and Resort